Welcome to our training on how to integrate transparency codes into your product's labels or packaging. In this video, we'll share how to complete Step 2 of the transparency onboarding process. To learn about each step in this process, watch the rest of the Transparency Onboarding series available in Seller University. In Step 2 of this process, you'll define your operational workflow from start to finish. This includes choosing how you plan to apply unique codes to your products, whether designing the codes directly into your product's packaging or working with your manufacturer or an approved third-party service to print and apply stickers or labels. The method you choose will depend on how your products are manufactured and which solution best fits your operational needs. It's important to understand each method and their differences in case your needs or operations change. Let's first review transparency codes and labels. Here are the four main components of all transparency labels. A blue or black transparency logo, which doesn't include Amazon branding and can be used on products you sell both through Amazon and other sales channels. A unique 2D transparency data matrix code, a product identifier to help brands match the label with the product, and the phrase "scan with the Amazon Shopping app" so customers know they can scan the code to learn more information about your product. They may also include a manufacturing barcode, your brand's name or logo, and a brief description of the product. Each 2D transparency data matrix code is most commonly displayed as either an alphanumeric number or a global trade item number or GTIN. An alphanumeric transparency code is an identifier beginning with AZ or ZA and followed by 26 alphanumeric characters. A GTIN transparency code doesn't have a prefix and includes 38 alphanumeric characters. You can choose one of three options to incorporate this transparency content: via a predefined transparency label, a custom label, or a design-in approach. These are Amazon's three predefined labels. We recommend you use the first label for when your GTIN is printed directly on the item's packaging, the second label for when a GTIN barcode is currently being applied, and the third label for when you wish to combine transparency content with your brand's FinSKU content or GTIN. The third label requires a brand logo and the item's condition. If you already label your product, you might consider incorporating the transparency content into that existing label. This means only one will need to be applied. Or, if one of the predefined labels needs to be altered to meet the needs of your product, a custom label can be used. Note that you'll need to send any custom labels to your transparency contact for approval. After you've confirmed which label you'll use, you're ready to choose how you'll apply them to your products. You can print your transparency codes onto labels in-house or work with an approved TSP to print them for you. Or you can integrate your transparency codes directly into your packaging's artwork. Let's review each of these options. If you choose to print your transparency codes onto labels in-house, you'll use the transparency portal to obtain your codes after you've requested them. You can download and save them as CSV or PDF files and print them onto your own labels. The second and most common method of acquiring labels is to order them through a TSP. TSPs have an expert understanding of transparency's brand guidelines and how to print the required serialized barcodes. These vetted printing companies help reduce the risk of barcode printing mistakes, remove extra steps from your production workflow, and can ship labels directly to your manufacturing location. Keep in mind you'll still need to apply these labels onto each unit of your product. Refer to the Transparency Step 3 Retrieve and Apply Transparency Codes training in Seller University for more information. You can also refer to your Transparency Onboarding Guidelines PDF for a list of TSPs by country. The final code application method is design-in. Like the name suggests, this solution allows you to integrate transparency codes directly into your packaging's artwork. This is Amazon's preferred method because it helps improve both your operations and your customers' experience. Design In removes the need to manually apply each code from your manufacturing process and also lowers the risk of mislabeling products. It also can appear more intentional to your customers if a transparency code is seamlessly designed into your packaging rather than applied later on via a label sticker. With the Design In approach, you can choose how you'd like to integrate the transparency codes into your artwork. Some brands work with their current packaging printer or manufacturer, while others work with a TSP. Your Design In artwork should include a transparency logo, the phrase "Scan with the Amazon Shopping app," and a blank space where you'll later print each item's unique transparency code. You'll submit your artwork to your printer of choice to add the transparency codes. When the artwork is returned to you, you'll need to send a PDF file with the serialized transparency codes to your transparency contact for approval. Transparency has no startup, monthly, or yearly fees. Instead, you'll pay a per-code rate. Transparency has a tiered discount structure, meaning the rate per code decreases as your code purchase quantity increases. The 3 quantity milestones are your first 1 million codes, 1 million to 10 million codes, and finally, over 10 million codes. Note that your codes won't expire and will be accepted by Amazon for the life of the product. If you've chosen to acquire your labels through a TSP, you'll also pay a fee to print these codes. But you won't need to purchase any software, hardware, or blank labels to do so. After you've defined your label type and application method, you're ready to make your selections and order your codes in the Transparency portal. To get there, navigate to transparency.amazon.com and select the Code Requests tab. Choose a Transparency enrolled product and enter the number of codes you'd like to order. As a reminder, each unit of a product requires its own transparency code. You'll need to order codes via this page even if you've chosen to work with a TSP. You'll upload these codes to the TSP's website for printing after they're available. Use the remainder of the page to add optional information like the product's manufacturing location and lot number. Customers who scan the product's transparency code will see these details along with a confirmation of the product's authenticity. Now that you've decided how you'll integrate codes into your product's labels or packaging, we recommend you begin defining your standard operating procedures, or SOPs. SOPs serve as step-by-step guides for anyone involved in the labeling process. While SOPs aren't required for enrollment in transparency, they can help ensure your team or manufacturer applies transparency codes consistently. This can reduce mislabeling and interruptions to your business. This concludes our training on how to determine your preferred transparency code integration method and place an order for codes. Search Transparency Step 3, Retrieve and Apply Transparency Codes in Seller University to continue watching this onboarding video series. Thank you and happy selling in the Amazon store!